Distracted Driving Awareness Month, and police across the nation are working with the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration to help keep all of us safe on the road.
Yeah, the Douglas County Sheriff's Department is focusing specifically on distracted driving enforcement. It comes with a catchy title. It's called Put the Phone Away or Pay.
First Alert 6 producer Roger Hamer explains.
We've all seen the distracted driving out when we're out driving around.
Once we get behind the wheel, experts tell us our entire focus should be on safely driving and not allowing distractions to derail those efforts. Douglas County Sheriff's deputies will soon be on the lookout for drivers that allow distractions to steal that all-important focus.
We've seen victims of it through crashes. I think everybody just thinks it's not going to happen to them or that they're not going to get caught.
It will cost unfocused drivers a $200 ticket plus court costs when Douglas County deputies begin special enforcement for distracted drivers next week.
Anything that takes your mind off driving is considered distracted driving. It can be your cell phone. It could be your mind wandering somewhere about a decision at home, a decision at work. Anything that can take your focus off the road is distracted driving. There's three components to driving. There's the mental component, the visual component, and the manual component. Manually, you're driving your car, you're checking your mirrors. Visually, you're scanning, you're looking in your mirrors behind you. And that mental component, your mind wanders off somewhere, or you're changing the channel on your radio, or you're picking up your phone to talk, all distractions.
This graph from the Nebraska Department of Transportation highlights a severe increase in distracted driving crashes statewide.
The numbers up through 2023 show an increase of distracted driving crashes among all ages of folks.
Yet Nebraska doesn't currently have a law on the books where law enforcement can pull over distracted drivers. Cell phone use is considered a secondary offense.
You know, everybody cries that, we should do more to enforce wireless communications, but on the surface, if law enforcement had seen that, driver using the wireless communications device prior to that crash, we would have had to have a primary offense to pull them over to even stop it in the first place.
The hope is that next week's enforcement drives home the point that driving should be considered a full-time activity and the phone needs to be put away.
And none of us are perfect. Distractions are going to happen, but if you plan for those, there's a way to reduce the risk factor when it comes to distracted driving.
In Douglas County, I'm Roger Hamer, First Alert 6.
Iowa became the 31st state, making it illegal to use your cell phone while driving unless it's a hands-free or voice-activated mode. Governor Kim Reynolds officially signed hands-free driving legislation into law. That law does take effect on June 1st.